I never wanted to live in an HOA neighborhood, but when you're chasing a view, sometimes you make compromises. My wife and I bought a gorgeous modern home right on the edge of a man-made lake. The sunset on the water was worth the annoying rules, or so I thought. I'm a car guy. Always have been. My pride and joy was a candy orange Lamborghini Huracan, not just a toy, but something I worked my tail off for. It lived in my garage like a pampered show pony. But every now and then, I'd roll it out, polish it in the driveway, and take it for a spin to blow off steam. Apparently, that was too much for the HOA. The first letter was about unauthorized vehicle maintenance. Polishing a car? Okay. Next, they hit me with a nuisance violation because the exhaust disturbed the community peace in the middle of a Saturday afternoon. It was obvious what was really happening. Some of my neighbors, the ones with luxury SUVs and quiet money, didn't like that my car drew more eyes than their status symbols. I tried to be polite. I parked it in the garage. I didn't rev it at home. Still, the letters kept coming. Then came the day they crossed the line. I was away on a work trip 3 days across the country. My wife called me sobbing. She woke up to find the HOA towing my Lambo right out of our driveway. They claimed it was abandoned because it hadn't moved in 48 hours. She tried to stop them, but they threatened her with fines and called the sheriff, who later told me he thought it was shady but couldn't intervene because it was on private HOA property. By the time I got back, my car was in pieces. The tow company had stored it in an unsecured lot. The front lip was crushed, the windshield cracked, and someone had stripped parts from the interior. Total loss, nearly $300,000. I was furious. I demanded the HOA's insurance cover it. They refused. Said I violated parking rules, and they were within their rights. Bad move. They forgot I'm not just a car guy. I'm a civil engineer who specializes in water systems. Remember that lake? It's artificial, held back by an earthen dam that's older than half the houses here. And guess who did the last inspection before we bought the house? Me. I knew about the emergency drainage channel, the one they conveniently never maintained, even though the bylaws require it to be cleared yearly. I also knew the exact legal limits for water retention. So I did what any angry engineer with money and time would do. I made some calls. Turns out the county takes dam safety very seriously. I filed a formal report about the blocked emergency spillway and the erosion under the main outlet pipe, both real issues I documented years ago but kept quiet about. County inspectors came out, took one look, and slapped the HOA with a massive safety violation. They had two options: spend hundreds of thousands to fix the dam immediately, or drain the lake to relieve pressure until repairs could be made. Guess which one they could afford? Within weeks, my once beautiful waterfront neighborhood had a big muddy pit where the lake used to be. All those million-dollar lakefront views, gone. Property values tanked overnight. People freaked. They tried to blame me, but I just pointed to the county's safety order. I'd only told the truth. The kicker? Without the lake, several of the biggest mansions violated their original development permits. They were only allowed because the lake acted as a runoff basin. Now they're tangled in zoning hell. The HOA president who signed off on towing my Lambo? Forced to resign. They tried to settle with me real quick after that. They paid out every dime my insurance didn't cover, plus damages for stress and property interference. I sold the house last month for a loss, but not much of one, and bought a new place out in the country. No HOA, bigger garage. A new Huracan, too. If they'd just left my car alone, they'd still be sipping wine by their pretty lake, but they picked the wrong car guy to mess with.